Hello guys, I'm Kian and this is my first video of my YouTube channel and I hope all of you are doing great. In this channel we want to talk about the daily news about cryptocurrency and every important speech that governments says and that they impacts on the digital financial markets. I want to start from the speech that I got it today by Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen and let's start. A presidential executive order on cryptocurrencies would support responsible innovation as it coordinates U.S. policy across agencies, Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen said late Tuesday in a statement. In a press release date, March 9, but published on March 8, Yellen said the department's work in line with the executive order would complement its ongoing and existing efforts. The executive order is widely expected to be signed by US President Joe Biden on Wednesday. Under the executive order, Treasury will partner with interagency colleagues to produce a report on the future of money and payment systems, Yellen said. Because the questions raised by digital assets often have important cross-border dimensions, we'll work with our international partners to promote robust standards and a level playing field. Yellen said the department would also continue its work with the Financial Stability Oversight Council, which convened last year to discuss stable coins. The group published a report identifying stablecoins and decentralized finance as two risk areas for U.S. financial stability last December. The Treasury Department has overseen a number of other efforts to discuss crypto regulations, most notably a President's Working Group for Financial Markets reports on stablecoins. The report was published last year and asked Congress to pass legislation giving federal bank regulators explicit oversight jurisdiction for the stablecoin sector. This picture shows us the rising of Bitcoin back to 16,000, and the analysts have three reasons to increase Bitcoin back to 16,000. Despite the downturn in the market, the continuing political controversy, and the recent volatile trend of Bitcoin, there is still a possibility that the digital currency will jump back to 16,000. Analysts have cited three reasons for this that they think will make the digital currency market rise again. According to the Cointelegraph, the price of Bitcoin fell below 38,000 in March and lost all of the peaks it had reached last week, reaching 45,000. Brent crude rose 80% early in the day to about 139 a barrel, the highest level since 2008. Major sales in risky markets and falling prices seems to be mainly due to rising crude oil prices. However, when Bitcoin failed to mitigate the risk of market fluctuations for its holders, some investors were skeptical of using it as a value-saving tool. Meanwhile, on Monday, the correlation coefficient of Bitcoin with the Nasdaq Composite Index, the index of 4,000 US and non-US stocks on the Nasdaq Stock Exchange, reached 87%. In contrast, Bitcoin's correlation with gold, its main competitor, fell to a negative 38%, including that they performed quite differently during the market turmoil. On the other hand, despite of the escalation of the conflict between Russia and Ukraine and the possibility of an increase in back interest rates in the United States in March, it is likely that Bitcoin will continue to decline. However, some technical and intra-chain indicators in the shorter period indicate an uptrend and a possible return of the price to 16,000 in the coming months. Bitcoin multi-year uptrend line support. History repeats itself. The recent of The recent decline of Bitcoin to the level of support if of itself a multi-year uptrend line can provide the necessary ground for a possible return to a resistance of 16,000. It should be noted that the trend line consisting of Bitcoin support points and the trend line consisting of its horizontal resistance points has created an ascending triangle pattern. This situation has been going on since December 2020. The floor of model serves as an accumulation area and the ceiling acts as a sales area for traders. On the other hand, data from the coin metrics chain shows that wealthy investors are buying bitcoins at the same current price levels. For example, the number of addresses with at least 1,000 bitcoins grew exponentially between February 27 and 28 from 2,177 to 2,266. During the same period, the price of Bitcoin rose from about 38,000 to about 45,000. On March 6, the price of Bitcoin fell below 38,000, but only 3 of these whales sold their Bitcoins and were removed from the list of addresses with at least 1,000 units of inventory. This shows that rich people have decided to keep their capital despite of temporary negative feelings that exist in the market. Joel Miles, an independent market analyst and investor, also notes that many investors accumulate more Bitcoin when the price is in the range of 33,000 to 38,000. It will be difficult for sellers to break the support of this range. And this is the end of the video. I hope you enjoy it. If you like it, please subscribe and share it to your friends. And just it. Have a good time. Have a good market. See you later.